Well, hello my friends. How are you all doing? I'm doing fantastic. It is July the 31st of 2021. Okay, so this video is about this album right here. This is the Black Album by Metallica. Okay, so in August of this year, this album will be turning 30 years old. Okay, so I decided to make a video celebrating the 30th anniversary of this album, okay? So I'm sure that most of you who are watching this are very familiar with Metallica. Metallica is obviously a very well-known band, but I will just go ahead and provide some basic information about Metallica, okay? Alright, so Metallica are a heavy metal slash thrash metal band. They are from California, USA. They started in 1981 and they are still active. Okay, and the Black Album was released on August the 12th of 1991 on Elektra Records. It contains 12 songs and is approximately an hour and 2 minutes in length. Okay, and the lineup in this album is James Hetfield on vocals and guitar, Kirk Hammett on guitar, Lars Ulrich on drums, and Jason Newsted on bass. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with the review of the album right now. Okay, so with the Black Album, Metallica went into a different direction. This is not a thrash metal album, okay? So Metallica obviously started off as being a thrash metal band. Their first 4 albums are certainly thrash metal, but with the Black Album, they went into more of a mid-pace heavy metal direction, okay? This is more of a groove-orientated type of album, all right? When it was first released, some of their diehard fans weren't too keen on it, but they gained lots of new fans, and I know a lot of those diehard fans came around to appreciate this great album, okay? So this album was produced by legendary producer Bob Rock, and the production on this album is just incredible, okay? It's a very full, very thick, very heavy, and very clear sounding album. Okay, the guitar riffs on this album are just incredible. Lots of very memorable guitar riffs on this album, very groove based, lots of great melodies, and the guitar solos are just phenomenal as well. Kirk Hammett, he did most of the guitar solos on this album, and he did an amazing job. Okay, the bass playing is also very good on this album. It's very prominent within the mix. Okay, Lars Ulrich, his drumming is very good, very solid, very articulate. Okay, his drum sound is just incredible as well. He certainly did a very good job with his drums. Yeah, excellent job, okay. Probably one of his best performances in my opinion. Okay, the vocals are just incredible as well. James Hetfield did a great job with his vocals. His phrasing is very good. His vocals are just very powerful. The tone of his voice is excellent as well. Okay, so there are a lot of very memorable songs on this album. The album opens up with one of their most recognizable songs, and that is Enter Sandman. Okay, such a classic song, such a great song, a song that's beloved by so many people. Okay. There are a couple of ballads on this album as well. Those ballads include The Unforgiven and Nothing Else Matters, a couple of excellent songs, okay? There are some other classics as well on this album, such as Sad But True, Wherever I May Roam, and My Friend of Misery. Okay, so yeah, just a masterpiece album. Such a great album, okay? All right, yeah, so I got this album when I was about, I believe, 11 years old. The first time I heard this album, I must have been about 10 years old. So yeah, this would have been sort of like my gateway into heavy metal music, okay? And I know other people who are sort of within my age range. This was, for many people, this was sort of like their gateway into heavy metal. So yeah, this is an album that I've listened to a lot, okay? I know when I first purchased it back when I was 11 years old, I listened to it quite a lot, and it's an album I still listen to sometimes. Yeah, it's a very good album, an album I appreciate so much, okay? Alright, some of my favorite songs on this album are Wherever I May Roam, A Wolf and Man, The God That Failed, and My Friend of Misery. Okay, so that is my review of the Black Album by Metallica. Okay, so in August of this year, this album will be turning 30 years old. Okay, such a legendary album, such an amazing album. It's certainly one of Metallica's finest albums, that's for sure. Okay, so like I said, this would have been my gateway into heavy metal music, and it's also the gateway into heavy metal music for so many other metalheads who are of my age group. Okay, so yeah, it's also an album that's aged very, very well. Okay, yeah, so something else that I want to mention is this documentary right here. This is a documentary on the Black Album. Excellent documentary. I really enjoyed this one so much, and I highly recommend it. Alright, so I think that's about all I need to say about the Black Album. Alright, great album. Alright, okay, I want to say thank you very much for watching, and I also want to say thanks to all the people who subscribe to my channel. I really truly appreciate it. Okay, take care, my friends. Cheers.